have here between the year 656 to 936. This is almost 300 years, okay? And the first 200 years, this is what we usually call like the formative period of Islam. We really don't know much about it from that period. We only have writings from later period, from later historical sources about what was happening. We don't have really writings from the 1st century and basically mid of the 2nd century Islamic calendar. And during that period, we do know that there were many reciters and many scholars reading and reciting the Quran in so many different ways, okay? Not even according to 7 systems or 10 systems. They were reciting the Quran and according to one compilation to 50 different systems and readings, okay? And this was, of course, too much. So you are establishing, this is the new religion, you are establishing a new government, you need a constitution. And you can't just like have 50 different versions of one divine text. You need to limit these variants. So this man came, Ibn Mujahid, which is in the title, and he compiled a book which is called The 7 Readings, As-Sab'a fil Qira'at. And he said, well, out of those 50 plus different systems of recitations, I'm going to limit myself to only 7. And his canonization, this is a canonization process where he neglected the 43 different systems and he chose 7 systems because of different criteria that we are still trying to figure out. But what helped him is that he was politically connected. So he actually was connected with the court, and he forced people who did not follow his system to actually go to prison. So there were other reciters and other scholars who disagreed with him, and they said, no, why are you limiting yourself to those 7? And he said, well, this is my opinion, you have to follow me. He was connected with the Wazir, Ibn Muqla, by the time. And then the Wazir, anyone who disagreed with Ibn Mujahid's systems, they tried them, they put them in prison, and then if you don't follow Ibn Mujahid's system, you are not reciting the Quran properly. Each of those 7 eponymous readers, they had different disciples, okay? And each disciple actually was reciting something different from his other classmate. So you would have, let's say, a professor who is the eponymous reader, and he had 15 students. And then the 15 students will go and say different things. And they'll say, the professor is saying that. But then those 15, they really didn't agree on everything. So they would have, let's say, a 20% differences in what they are saying. That, okay, we are not going to take what those 15 students narrated from the eponymous readers. I'm just going to take 2. Okay? So 2 out of 15 or 20. And this is what we call the canonical rawis, the transmitters, developed during that period.